Hello everyone and welcome back to the Blackfoot Book Club and another volume of my essential film reviews collection. Thank you so much for being there. Welcome back. What's in the box? Tired, weary and soon to retire Detective Somerset, Morgan Freeman in yet another stellar performance, and Detective Mills, Brad Pitt at near perfection best. Fresh-faced and anxious to please, are thrown together as it quickly becomes evident that a serial killer is on the loose and literally following the 7 deadly sins as a means of inspiration for his killings. Brilliantly written by Andrew Kevin Walker, the film is accompanied by a twisting yet often subtle musical score from Howard Shore, and as described briefly below, is continually bathed in perpetual rain and a feeling of damp and dark pervades, which is brilliantly lit by Director of Cinematography Darius Khonddji. These are all triumphs of the film for me, as are the constant inserts, such as varying pieces of eclectic music from Suite No. 3 in D major by Johann Sebastian Bach, as Somerset peruses a local library, through to Trouble Man by Marvin Gaye. Despite following a day-to-day narrative, the days of the week are displayed on screen as we go. The film never settles and never pursues one single narrative strand. Yet with Fincher's brilliance, can you believe he reluctantly helmed the film? He brings the very best out of his 2 central performers. In addition to these 2 stellar performances from Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, there are 2 further excellent performances noted below, but 2 additional supporting roles are well played by Leland Orser as Crazed Man in Massage Parlour, and a hilarious star turn from R. Lee Ermey as Police Captain. I note these roles specifically as the Crazed Man role perfectly portrays the havoc and devastation caused by the killer throughout his spree, and R. Lee Ermey's comedic turn as the harassed and under pressure police captain, whilst a little dated and stereotypical, lends the film a light relief, especially his subtle "this isn't even my desk" response to a telephone call. I also note this specifically as despite the dark and brooding air of intensity that surrounds the film, there is a brilliantly blended air of the surreal, a lightness of touch, and dark comedy intertwined throughout. Unusually, the film begins with a 4-minute preamble into the 2 main characters before an unseen loud clap of thunder brings this to a halt and introduces the opening credits of numerous quick and brooding with menace intercut shots. From the outset, you are introduced into a grimy, dark and dank world which is constantly raining. Many scenes are often illuminated only by a detective's torchlight, yet the cinematography captures that brooding menace perfectly, as well as the set decorations of each scene. Each shot is meticulous, as is the editing, which is sharp, often jumping quickly from Mills to Somerset, Somerset to Mills and back again. This moves the film along at a pace with 7 murders, settings and locations. The editing especially immerses you in the film as you try to anticipate the detective's next move or thinking. The killings themselves are never portrayed, nor are they gruesomely detailed, save a few fleeting shots as they are quickly cut away or via police evidence photographs, yet the vivid detail is there. The film allows you to compassionately view these all as an outsider, yet with all the evidence at hand, and still does not glorify in the violence or the resultant death being explored. The 3rd main character, albeit in virtually a cameo, though vitally important role, is Kevin Spacey as John Doe. Hidden and indistinguishable, he is occasionally seen at the beginning of Act 2, and eerily similar to that of the fleeting jump cut inserts we see of Tyler Durden in Fight Club, but he finally announces himself, and triumphantly so, at the end of Act 2, with his blood-soaked surrender and "Detective, almost a whisper. Detective, louder, to detective, you're looking for me. Gwyneth Paltrow is underused as Mill's wife Tracy. However, this is almost certainly deliberate, as the film centres on the relationship between Mills and Somerset. From antipathy to colleagues, to grudging friends, to determined collaborators. Again, with quick editing from one character to the other, we see this develop amongst the rich tapestry of this amazing film. Despite his reticence to direct, this is a triumph of a film from David Fincher, but ably assisted in this triumph by his editor Richard Francis Bruce and cinematographer Darius Khonddji, who deserve great credit for producing together one of the greatest films of all time. I realise this is a lengthening list, but Se7en deserves its place amongst the very best of all time. 19 years since its initial release, this film has not aged a single frame and remains a constant joy to re-watch, time and time again. And that was Se7en, directed by David Fincher. And I leave you in peace and in solidarity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the world is spinning and turning in your favour, in your corner of the world. I sincerely appreciate you being there and for watching. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for being there. Peace.